Hi everyone, this is Sylvia and I am here hanging out with John, and we are trying to figure out this brand new software we got for our webinars. It is called, one second, let me get the name, Webinar Fusion Pro. Now, so far we have figured out how to do the registration pages and the invite and thank you pages, and all that has been relatively easy. I was able to do it without watching any of the videos, but now it has come to the actual, being live and talking to you guys, and I'm trying to figure out how to get John on here. So bear with me a second while I try to figure it out. So John, can you chat with me on the chat box at least? Okay, John says he can see me, so that's one step down. Now we got to figure out how to get him on as an actual presenter and not just an attendee. Let's see. And hey, John, I'm going to send you a link through Facebook. See if you can log in through that link. I cannot see you at all, John. Oh, let me see something. I want to add a person. Okay, I found where they had hidden the link. So try this new one I just sent you on Facebook. Let me see. Attendees, offers. I can see who's. Fabulous! We figured it out!
You can see me, yeah?
Yes, I can definitely see you.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's what. Yeah.
Do you have a little webinar chat thing on the left-hand side of your screen?
I have a new one.
Is it kind of blue and it's a diamond like this?
Hang on.
Yay! Fabulous! We figured it out!
See me, yeah?
Yes, I can definitely see you.
I can hear things twice. Yeah.
Do you have a little webinar chat thing on the left-hand side of your screen?
I have a new one.
Is it kind of blue and it's a diamond like this?
Hang on.
Fabulous! We figured it out!
Are you seeing what we've just spoke about?
I didn't see it, but I can definitely hear it. It's definitely a playback.
I have two windows open. Yeah. It's different. I can't work it out.
Do you have a little webinar chat thing on the left-hand side of your screen?
I have a new one.
Is it kind of blue and it's a diamond like this?
Hang on. This is freaky.
Fabulous! We figured it out!
Right. Can you hear me?
Yes. Was it because do we hear that as a lag from the viewer perspective?
I had. Well, yeah. See, what I don't understand now, I had two windows open. The original one that I was on,
Mm-hmm.
you sent me that new link, and then it took me to a new page with a new chat box. A different chat box.
Okay, I think I figured out what happened.
Okay.
When you first attended the webinar through the registration links,
Yes.
those are only viewer links, and you can only see each other. You can only see you can only see the two people or the one person on the actual Hangout, and you could chat with them.
Right.
But for me and you to both appear on this Hangout as the presenters,
We have to open up a new window.
yeah, I had to send you the Hangout link, the link that the Hangouts gave me when initially initiated the Hangout. So that's how you're on this screen now, or the presenter side of things, with hopefully you have a presenter chat, live chat on the...
I see, yes, I have on my right.
Right, on your right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this means people can see it. The nice thing about doing it this way is that then we won't get a lot of people on the actual Hangout, like in kind of like our presentation space.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're kind of on the stage now, versus everyone having to be on the stage to be in here.
Yeah. So you have to be careful when you give out that link. The second one you just gave me.
Yeah. So that's, I don't know, how does that compare to the run click one from Walt Bayless? Do you think this setup is a little better, or do you think the other one's a little better?
Without being in, because I've only seen it from the outside so far, it looks exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a lot of work for me to do to set that up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did that one allow someone to just view it like this setup is, where there's that registration viewer link?
I think so.
So they couldn't necessarily interact, and their only way of interacting with us was through the chat, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
But unfortunately, we didn't have anyone to test it with.
It's just me and you. Well, maybe next time we'll test it where I'm the registrar, or I'm registering for the link with the run click.
Yeah.
I do have to say it was really easy to set this up because it just walked me straight through the screens.
Yeah.
And I did not have to. I didn't even have to watch the intro videos to let me know what to do. So it was pretty intuitive.
That's good. There was a lot of setting up to do with RunClick.
Okay, so maybe next time we'll just, or our next two webinars, you can try this Webinar Pro, and I'll suffer with, or I'll try out RunClick, and we can
Yeah.
decide which one's the better one.
Yeah.
So I guess we're really in a real hangout now, and we have no viewers. Yay! So I'm thinking maybe this stuff is actually, because when I logged in, it logged me in with my Gmail account. So I'm assuming this is going to be saved on my Gmail account.
Yeah. Through Google Hangouts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So in a way, it is saved. It's just not saved on the Webinar Pro system. Remember
Yeah.
how we were kind of like myth about how they said it was saved and then not really saved?
Yeah. Oh, well, no, all I saw was it can record, but it was one of the features. It could record. Yeah, it
Yeah.
can record, but you have to pay for that.
Yeah, so I guess maybe instead of, if you have to pay extra for it to record onto their
Yes.
servers
Yeah.
versus now where it's just recording up into YouTube.
Yeah.
I still think that's good enough, unless you think otherwise.
No, this fine. Save yourself $47.
Yep. So,
We'll see how it records. If it's good recording, then leave it with Google Hangouts,
yeah.
which
So
is what RunClick does.
do you want to do a real Hangout type of interaction right now, or do you want to just save this for the future, or?
Now we can carry on.
Okay. So, what's the exciting things have you done this last 2 weeks in your internet marketing journey?
I have. The exciting thing that I've done. I've changed my business a little, without giving too much away. It's to do with list building, but in a completely different way, and it's working.
It's actually working?
It's working. It's going very well at the moment. In this last week, so yeah, that's exciting. That is gonna. I can see in the next 3 to 4 months, big things gonna happen.
Yay!
Hey.
So, how much time do you invest in this new model every day?
Yeah. I'd say around an hour, if that.
Do you
So,
think the time is shortened because you've had some experience, with being on the internet and knowing how to build pages, and you know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
The initial setup was probably about 3 hours, and after that, it's literally hustling, really.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. No, it's good. So yeah, that and easily do it in an hour.
So you could literally scale this quite easily as it gets set, as each time you get it set up and running, right?
It will scale as time goes on. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I mean. In 3 to 4 months' time, it's going to be quite big. It will always scale up in time.
Yeah, because sometimes like doing the if you're a Fiverr seller, you can only scale up so much before you run out of time during the day, and it's not really.
Yeah.
It's good. People can make a good income. I just don't think it's that scalable.
It depends. I mean, but you get $4, don't you, from a gig? Um, Depends on how many gigs you can do in 1 hour, how many orders you get. I mean, get 10 orders. If you can complete 10 orders in an hour, which is probably not going to happen, but $40 an hour isn't too bad.
No, it isn't. But then you also are constantly working. It's not one of those. There's, automated income is a myth. If you're to stay successful in internet marketing, you have to keep working at it. But, you know, there's one thing to put out a product or put out a system that is automatic
Yeah.
when you only have to monitor it for maybe like an hour or so every week. That to me is as automatic as you get, because there's nothing. Set and forget is really a misnomer.
Yeah. Well, so that's where you need a VA. Then you can set and forget.
Okay, so anything else exciting that you've done this week? Or like,
Uh, no, not really. Not really.
okay,
This new thing I've started, so
you're committed to that. You've been always in the list building realm of things last year and a half, anyways.
yeah, yeah, um, yeah. So that's good.
Okay, so it's my turn.
Yeah. What
Well,
things have you been doing, Sylvia?
I have been working on putting out a WordPress course.
Yeah.
And I've been reading statistics on how online learning will double in the next year.
Yeah, I read something similar.
So, when you're stuck, when you get, I wouldn't say sucked in with the internet marketing realm, especially the Warrior Forum, I don't know, world. Um, you see people putting out a lot of products, and I think I did. I became a little myopic, like that's the only platform that can be done, and when can I ever have enough knowledge? But after doing this for quite a bit, I realized how much I knew about WordPress. So, and I realized there were other platforms that I could introduce my knowledge on.
Yeah.
So I'm learning how to. I'm almost done putting together my first free WordPress course, and from there I will do a paid one, a couple of paid ones in relation to WordPress. I'll probably do one. The first paid one will be how to put together a website and a blog, and then the second one is how to back up your website and move it. Um, it's really people probably kill me. It's really not that hard to move a website. Once you understand the mechanics of how a WordPress site is set up.
Yeah. I've done
And
it once.
pardon?
I've done it once.
It's really not that hard. Did you?
Mm, Once I knew what I was doing. No, it wasn't that hard. It's just, yeah. Once you got that knowledge.
Yeah. I mean, all those other plugins are really that people try to sell you. They're really, I wouldn't say they're a waste, but the learning curve for it, and then depending on a program to work, can be a false sense of security.
Yeah, I think a plugin would make it easy. Um, but like you say, can you trust it every
Yeah.
time?
I've used I think I've used 2 or 3 different plugins, and one plugin just didn't work. It was like by the time I did all the stuff they told me to do, I could have easily moved it a website the way I move it now. I do have one plugin I do like to use, but I know if my site is over 1 GB, then it will not work,
Okay.
which is a problem. And yeah, I just I'm just really I've just figured out a way that works for me in moving a website, and I do use a plugin to back up the files that I need and to download them,
Yeah.
but there are so many plugins that do back up your WordPress site that any one of those would be suitable. You just have to find one that you just have to know what files to look for.
See, when I'd done mine, I didn't use a plugin. I just backed it up manually and saved it to my hard drive.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
So you don't necessarily need a plugin to do that.
yeah. Um, on the one of the hosts I was using, they would not give me a backup of my website, so that's why I reverted to using the plugin. I was really kind of upset. Like, I just want the file. Why can't you give it to me? And like, no.
Can't you back it up through the control panel?
Yeah, they wouldn't let me back up through the control panel. It was
Really?
gone. Isn't that weird? So yeah, so I'll be learning. I'm putting together the course. We're almost done, and then I have to. There's this system to promote it so that it'll just be easier and easier as I put out different products on internet, on WordPress and internet marketing. So
Yeah. So
and
your free course, what's that about?
um
What does that cover?
that is basically a WordPress course, and I just cover the dashboard of the WordPress site. I go through quite in depth. I think I ended up with over 45 minutes of material.
Okay, that's good.
I know there's other videos that go over the back, give you a tour of the dashboard, and they're done in 5 minutes. And mine is a little bit longer because it's an additional 40 minutes. But I do go through the ideal settings, or I go through the default settings and the ideal settings that I do, and I also point out places where you can do some search engine optimizing, SEOs, and also some security things that people overlook, especially when they're new, or people just aren't told about when they're fresh on to WordPress, like setting up your site with the login admin.
Yeah.
And then a second layer you can do is, say when you set up with your WordPress site, you don't set it up as admin, you set it up as your secret word, whatever, kind of like I'll use E1245. So that's your username, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you don't put a nickname for your user profile, then all the posts that you post will have that E1245. So people will know that is your login and username. So first you have to set up your WordPress blog with something else other than admin.
Yeah.
And then, like, I'll use the dog Riley. My dog's name is Riley. Riley12345. And you use that, and then you turn around and your WordPress blog is set up, and then when you look at users, or when all your posts are posted up, it'll say Riley12345, which most people who understand WordPress will know that is your login. So you literally should go to your user profile and update with a nickname.
Right.
And that nickname is a great place to do some SEO. So if your blog is about, diet, you could put diet expert or, diet Jane.
Right.
So that way you're SEOing. Every post will say posted by Diet Jane, and people will have to guess what your username is. So,
Sure.
but that's something that people don't usually tell you about. That's something that you kind of learn and you gather as you go through, your WordPress learning. So stuff like that is what I disclose on my free course. So it's a
Yeah.
lot of information.
It's very good.
Fun stuff. So I guess we're both pretty caught up with and we're both trying to do these hangouts on a more regular basis.
Yeah. I've been busy lately. I've been very busy lately, actually. So. But no excuses.
Yes, but at least we're starting to do it after, longer than we both want to admit. We're
Yeah, true.
we're one step closer, and we're doing our disclosing the stuff that we're doing and learning on our respective internet blogs.
Yeah.
So I think we could keep it short this time since we kind of fuddled it around with the new plugin.
Do you like your new webinar plugin
Um,
so far?
yeah, I do. I honestly didn't know what to expect. I didn't expect it to connect to a Hangout like
Right.
this, the Google platform, but
Yeah.
I do. But at the same time, I really like how easy it was to use. There's some tweaking I think I would do, and let me see if I can share the screen. I want to see. Let me see. Share screen. Oh, yay. Okay. Let me start the screen share. Oh, look. It goes on and on. Okay, I know what's going on.
Hey.
So this, can you see the software?
Yep.
Okay, so this is what we're using right now, and after I set up the initial page of the webinar with the time and dates, basically they give me, the event screen, who the presenters are, and that's where I put your name and my name in, and then the registration page, how to set it up. You get your choices right here. I'm sure you remember seeing this when we registered. And then if there's any offers or polls I wanted to include, notifications. So basically it really easily walked me through what I needed to set up. And then at the end it just shows me all the links, different types of links that I could have.
Yeah.
From when I sent you this webinar registration link, and then I sent you this link, the webinar guest link, to actually view this, and then when I started my webinar, I came here and I started it. So let me see, how do I get out of sharing? Stop. So it was really, really easy, and I don't recall run click being that easy.
No, it looks similar, I have to say, but it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy.
Well.
So why do you think webinars are important?
Well, ideally, we can start having more interaction with, people who are interested in either creating another stream of income for themselves, or to allow people to, for me, it's about sharing my mistakes and the lessons I've learned, and ideally helping other people out and giving them ideas on what they can and can't do. And, we've been accountable accountability partners for a while, so we kind of know the benefit of doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. It's a good way to present your training and very good.
So why do you feel it's important to do webinars, or why do you feel like you want to incorporate this into your business now?
I think it's important because I think it's a better way to build a relationship with your subscribers, with the people that are following you. Because when they read your emails, basically it's just a white sheet with black text. Or on a webinar, you can present yourself, and yeah, like you've got more interaction with your subscribers, and that's important that way, that you can build a good relationship with the people that are following you.
Yeah, and I know we're both in the IM niche, but I could easily see someone who is in a crafting niche or in a diet niche, do a lot of creative stuff with, a lesson on how to make this the best red velvet cake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so forth. So it's a good way to present things. And then since this is a Hangout, this is wrapped around a Hangout, then this should be saved on YouTube, which I'll probably have to set on private for us until we go through it.
That's all right. You can change that. On private.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Because I'm kind of done.
Yeah, no, I'm done.
Okay, so in our quest to move our businesses forward and to be more regular in doing these webinars and hangouts, hopefully we will see you in the next 7 to 14 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and we'll probably either you should try out this software this next time,
Yeah.
and after that you can tell me if we should do one or the other.
Sounds like we're going to do the other.
Say that again.
There. That's it. You froze then. Your screen froze.
I know.
Okay. Don't be sad.
All right then.
Okay.
We'll see everyone later. Bye.